Hey guys, so I want to talk to you today about Bank. But before I get started, I want to tell you exactly why I left Commonwealth and if I think it's a good decision now. So about midway last year, I realized that my card was about to expire. Now, it wasn't something I really thought about. I don't know, it's just the kind of thing that slips your mind, and then eventually I was like, oh, my card just expired. So I went to the mail, I checked it, there was nothing there. I called Commonwealth, we were on the phone for about 4 hours, and it turns out that my card had bounced. So I spoke to them and they said that they're going to be sending out a new card, and then a week later, 2 weeks later, it was starting to get a little bit, problematic. I did let it go for much longer than I should have, but eventually I decided, okay, no, I need to do something about this. And I remember one of my old roommates used to use Bank, and I never really thought about it because I was a bit skeptical. It was a new bank and I didn't know anything about it, and I was thinking, oh, is my money going to be safe here? So after a little bit of digging, it actually didn't take any digging, it was right there on the website. I found out that it was a collaboration between Bendigo Bank and the Bank of Adelaide. So my money was going to be more than secure with Bank. So it took around 5 minutes to sign up, and stick to the end of this video guys, I'll show you how to make $15 just by signing up and using your card 5 times. After I signed up, there was a world of magic. Now, I cannot praise this bank enough, but I will try. Now, the card arrived within around 10 days as well, but it actually arrived within 10 days, which was really, really good. And the card is really, really cute. I'm sure you've seen photos of it, but I'll put a photo here of the card. And as soon as I had access to my card, I had access to all my card information from my phone, which I don't think I've ever seen another bank do that, and it's so useful. So if you're buying something online, you can just go on the app and copy the card number rather than trying to find your wallet and find your card. You could just copy the card number and the expiry date. So the first thing I want to talk to you about today in terms of functionality is auto spend categorization. So with auto spend categorization, it categorizes every single purchase that you make, whether it be health, beauty, home, electronics, what have you. It categorizes it so that you know exactly where your money is going. And if there's a transaction it doesn't recognize, you can even categorize that. So if you have roommates and you bills or for groceries or for rent, you can categorize all of those things so that you know at the end of the week or the month or the year exactly how much you've spent on these things. So the other thing that this bank does really, really well is that it gives you real names and real logos. So you're not going to find any PTY limited this or that. You're going to find the actual business name and you're going to immediately recognize it, or if you don't recognize it, you'll definitely recognize the logo. All I can say is you'll know where you spent your money. Now, this was one of the many things that I did not like about Commonwealth Bank, was that I never knew where my money was going because everything was so confusing and I didn't really keep track of that very well. It gives you insights into your spending, so you know exactly where you're spending your money. It gives you reports weekly, fortnightly, monthly. It shows you exactly how much you've spent, and it shows you where you've spent that money. You can even check specific shops. So I shop at Woolworths quite a lot, so I know exactly how much I've spent there and what my average spending is there. So speaking of money going, this app predicts your bills. So it knows exactly when your bills are going to be coming out, and it gives you a notification to let you know it's coming out on this day. So this has been a lifesaver for me because I know exactly when my bills are coming out, so I know to have money in there before these bills come out. So in case I didn't have enough money that week in my everyday spending, I can transfer money into my everyday and then have it come out without any hassle and any problem, any late fees. It's so good. Now this is the big one. This is the thing that just changed it for me. This is the thing that changed my life. Okay, I need to calm down. You can create and customize as many savings accounts as you want. So there's no more filling out some form on net banking. There's no more going into the bank. It's like, the way I look at it is that it's like making a folder to put your money in. It's like having a little tin box, and you can have as many of them as you want, and they can be for different things, and you can plan to save $10 in one and $1 million in another, and it wouldn't matter. Now these saving accounts can have any name, they can have an emoji attached to them, and it really makes saving so much easier because you're seeing your goal and you're seeing where you want to be. Instead of it being called Progress Saver, it's called Home Savings, or it's called whatever you want it to be. The Crib, MTV Welcome to My Cribs, whatever you want it to be. world, and it's so good. It makes it so much more personal. And the app will do all the maths for you and figure out exactly when you'll reach your goal saving if you do decide to do auto transfer. So I've got auto transfer turned on for Tuesday nights, which is also the night that I get paid, and it transfers money into 3 different savings accounts. Now, depending on how much money you've decided to go in there weekly or fortnightly or monthly, the app will tell you exactly when you will reach that date if you don't put any extra money in. Now guys, speaking of savings, allow me to be an influencer for a moment and just give you my discount. No, it's not actually a discount code. It's my Upsider name, which is pretty cool. I feel like I'm in Gossip Girl. So when you're signing up, it'll ask you if you were referred. So just put kevinzeid, which is my YouTube name and my Instagram name and my actual name. Put that in there and you'll get $10 just for signing up. And then you'll get another $5 if you make 5 transactions within the first month of having the app. Speaking of winning, 1.1% interest on all your savings accounts. Now most banks will tell you not to spend any money that's in your savings to make your interest per month. Up doesn't do that. So guys, I'm going to tell you 2 more things before I go. You can round up your extra cash. So anytime that you spend, say, $1.50 on something, it'll round up automatically the 50 extra cents to that to the whole dollar amount. Did that make sense? I think it did. Now I know you think that this doesn't actually make a difference, but it really does. Sometimes I'll be checking my savings account and I've got another $10 or $20 in there and I didn't even know it. And if you have a very low amount of money in your bank account, you might check your savings and see, oh, I can actually afford that iced coffee today after all. So the last thing I want to tell you about is banking overseas. Now, I know this doesn't really matter right now, but eventually, hopefully, we'll be able to travel again and you can bank with Up overseas without actually paying any transaction fees. So you don't pay an extra rate just because you're using your Australian card. And you don't pay a fee at the ATM to get your own money out. I really think this bank really does understand that it is your money and they really don't try and take it away from you. It's surprising that that's so good and surprising, to be honest. I've been with Up for months now and I will give it an 11 iced coffees out of 10. The only thing that I'll say is that I'd like some merch, I'd like to be hired, and I'd like it if you click the thumbs up button. And I'd be very thankful if you subscribed, and if you want to know how to make some more money, I also have a video on that. And otherwise, if you want to make just $15 for now, don't forget to use kevinzeid when signing up and use your card 5 times in the first month. Thank you for watching, guys.